the mortal from Castle Yulvin. How vexing is it that you escaped? Your stubbornness is yet another, but it is the way of my kind to endure. It is not a quality we share. The bulk of my hoard lies within, but I am not reliant upon my spiders, nor am I unreasonable. I can see you are brutal in your own form. I offer amnesty in exchange for the lives of Oh, I had believed for a moment that you had some potential. Oh well, I lack the sympathy to kill you. You shall feed my guardian spiders after all. While they draw breath, none shall approach. These wolves obey my wishes. These spiders' lives are mine. Your way to me will be barred by root and... And here you are yet again. I must say your hunger is great, unlike the Fae I slaughtered at Castle Yulvin. Now come, let us test ourselves against each other. I do not fear being cut down. I will rise...
We're alive. You've done it. We owe you our lives, and our livelihood. If not, we'd be food for spiders, and the widow would be dancing on our remains. There is not enough gold to show our gratefulness. But this is what we can give. Take it, with our thanks. Be well.
What is it? Is something wrong?
How are you? Good day. We're under a plague here in Dyden Hill, I'm afraid. How are you?
If you ask me, there's one clear cause of this plague, and it's sitting right across the lake. I mean that Fate Weaver. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage, and Scarwood Bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Well, come back if you do.
This is Dyden Hill Village, traveller.
Can I help you? Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you may speak with Olip. Our doors are always open.
You're welcome in Dyden Hill, always.
Brother Fallon should have cut. If you're buying goods in Didenhill, it's KoA Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Now this is good news indeed. Here, have this for your efforts. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good, good. Kester and KoA. They're the cornerstones that... Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In Scarwood Bark. More reagents. Good, good. Kester and KoA. They're the cornerstones that hold this... Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold... More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. More reagents. Good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in... More reagents. Good, good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest... More reagents. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found... More reagents. Good. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In Scarwood Bark. Tinder Twig, which is easy... Best thing against boggarts is flame. I can manage a crude semblance thereof. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found... If you're buying goods in Didenhill, it's KoA Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Iron...
Greetings, child of the dust.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, lore master of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answer. Lore master Glynel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient fae stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be on your way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth... But let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift. But why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the heart... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly some... I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex. The High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its... I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Niralim is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me. Although perhaps person isn't the right word for him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantarth at Caer Niralim. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. Good luck with Niralim, and ignore anything he says about me.
Oh, I hope you're here for me.
It's amazing. A child of dust has defeated the grave Thresh. What a you are granted the seat of Sir Sagril and all privileges hereto, including membership. Alas, there is no time for celebration. There has been another incident. The king has asked for you. Excellent. Speak with King Wenson in the oratory. It stands on the crest of Ettenmere, where it once hosted the lords and late. Take this potion. You will need it to revive Sir Ferrara. Unless mortals have suddenly created him, you will know when the time has come to use it. Now go, find King Wenson. The telling is in the Court of Enchantments has marched south to face threat and to quell rumors. They reside in the House Oratory. Farewell.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before... It is a pity about Sagra, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the... We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones. Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. So goes his song. You will go to Ferrara, and quickly. When the two of you finish, I will await you at the House of Ballads in the north. Do be careful, Sagra. Uduath is northwest, on the shores of Ettenmere. It is sealed by a powerful spell, but Bloody's magic is weak, and you should be able to gain entrance. Good luck.
Mortal? Is this Wenson's idea of humor? Well, you look hardy enough. Still, I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem. Let me be truthful with you, Dustling. I've never seen Bloody Bones act so erratically. He cares nothing for the story. Instead of spiriting away a young mortal maiden, he took an entire camp. Men, women, children. And I thought this ballad couldn't get any worse, considering my impending demise. Well, back to work. They could be anywhere. Out of my way! kidnapped mortals have been here for days. Bloody makes his home in the vast hollow of Uduath. It was once his clan home. I'd suggest we separate, but this hollow is a bottomless pit when it... Onward!
So the witch was right. Help has come from Sir Ferrara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses. Don't play your tricks on me, Sagro. I know the House of Ballads better than you do, and that is why we should end this now, rather than...
To the king, well done, Sagwell. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Off we go then.
You again.
I am relieved to see you well. What is happening? First Sagrel, and now Bloody Bones. These are shocking. Listen, Hallam and I have been discussing what transpired in Uduath. You are needed for a very You must travel to the home of Tenwa, also known as the Librarian. It is an important journey, not without its perils. Go to Tenwa's cottage in Haxi. She will be waiting for you. Retrieve a ballad from her collection of fey cairns. It is called The Hero and the Maid. Bring it to me, and guard it with your life. Its worth cannot be measured. Her cottage stands in the gap between Yolvan and Haxi, southeast of here. It is an isolated spot, safe. Tenwa is expecting you.
How may I help?
Welcome. Welcome. Do come in. You must forgive my lack of hospitality. The Maid of Windermere and her minions have left me in a bit of a situation. Creth and Airmer could offer no remedy, but perhaps your mortal ingenuity will prevail where others have failed. The maid paid me a visit this past evening. She and her accomplice, Nyx the Troll, stole my most prized cairns. All that work, and for what? I can't recall the counterspell, of course, as that cairn was stolen. You must get them back, mortal. All of them. Especially the one you came for. See you soon.
Well, well. You truly fit Hallam's description. It's nice to finally gaze upon the new Sagril. I am Sir Airmer. This is my Welcome to Sunder Caverns. If you've come in search of the Maid of Windermere, I must disappoint you. She's nowhere to be— You too? Well, I managed to find one, but there are plenty more. The maid had them. She was here one moment, but gone the next, as is her way. She did leave behind her old ally, Nyx the Troll, to give us a bit of trouble and slow our pursuit. Creth and I have fought Nyx more times than I dare count. You could say he's an old friend. If you're interested in joining our little hunting party, feel free.
Who's here?
Don't bother me. I'm not your... Goodbye. Out of my way.
Stay with us, Krath. Smell that!
Pick up your boots and move. Pick up your boots and move.
Smell that! Keep looking. Keep your wits about you. That wasn't so terrible now, was it? Still, I'm baffled as to why Nyx was outside Sunder Caverns. It was surely not to play his part in the coming ballad. And Sagro, thank you. These are times of change, and we all must be on our guard. Goodbye.
Excellent. But you've returned without the most important cairn of all. Troubling. But this is a challenge for later. For now, as you've no doubt noticed, those cairns are warded and will not reveal their secrets. They will, however, last an eternity. Perhaps those cairns are like lore stones, but special. They're enchanted, and the only way to unlock their contents is to use the Echo Stone. The one in the next room is one of Hallam's early attempts, but it should work. Go listen to Two Knights and a Troll. Find the words that will free me from this prison. See you soon.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the echo stone etches each ballad. The story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Eärmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts, Lord Creth of knights, most stoic and grave. Lord Eärmer's hand and shadow the brave. And gentle, here is the tale of how they stopped a troll. The Maid of Windermere. May the stone sing your song to thee. The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature was it displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm. In grief it went to the Maid of Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. It is your wish to be human, I see. She whispered, I shall grant your wish and make you so. You are a human now, she cackled. Go. And so the troll named Nyx to town it came, never suspecting it was still the same. It crushed the road and split the wall, and Creth and they faced the troll and fought to no avail. The wise knights knew what was wrong in our tale. The treacherous Maid of Windermere at play. We know in part what is wrong with this fay. And so Lord Eärmer shouted to Lord Creth. The troll still under the wicked maid's spell, and was human, it thought, and all was well. Rampaged throughout the countries, Lord Eärmer slowly approached him and said, if you are human, deal as such instead. Faith us, then the troll and fae did battle and fought. Alas, all was not as the troll had thought. After he had won, Lord Creth said to Nyx, with a mind to ease and a will to fix, you are a troll, and that is good, my friend. But if it be your wish to join their kind, a better way you must find. There is naught wrong with following your will. Again, the heroes of honor stayed true. The story of a troll.
What is it? Did you discover the words to the counterspell? That's it. Oh, hear me, and don't forget a word. What Hallam feared is coming to pass. Somehow, using a new and twisted magic, the Maid of Windermere hopes to alter the telling. At this moment, she possesses the single most important song in our canon, the hero and the maid. If its story changes, we are all at risk. You must warn the House of Ballads. Time is running out for all of us. Go find Wenson and Hallam. It may already be too late. See you soon.
Good to see you.
You may search the Empire 10 times over, but you will not find your beloved Wenson, nor his foolish court of enchantment. They, like you, are mine. Dream of me, lovely, for we shall be together soon. The time is come.
Good to see you.
Good. You are well. The same cannot be said of the king, nor of the court of enchantments. Tenwa says that the greatest of ballads, the hero and the maid, was not You have acted as our agent thus far, Sagril. Do you continue to stand by us? With all our heroes gone, you may very well be our last light in the darkness. I knew I could count on you. In the face of uncertainty, your loyalty It is no use for us to combat the Maid of Windermere when we do not understand her new magic. There is only one man I know who might shed light on our ignorance. His name is Father Eter. He is a monk and an alchemist, and a trusted friend. Eter, go.
And you've come back to old Grimmy. Now, as to what you came for, fancy on joining the Travellers? Oh, you're breaking my poor heart. When such a time...
Nice to see you, my child. I hope all is going well for you. I have a request. A selfish one, but if you have any spare... Well, it's Brother Padrick. He's a friend of mine. He left about a year's time ago in search of adventure. He mentioned hearing about a treasure only found through a hidden exit from Split Rock Depths, that he might find it if he camped in Hacksea for a bit. But such a long time has passed and no word from him. I'm terribly worried, and I thought you might... Well, you could check up on him for me? Mitharu's blessings up. Thank you so much. If it helps, I would begin your search at Split Rock Depths. It is the only... Go with Mitharu, child.
Come, rest a spell. Welcome to St. Edric's. You're here to meet with Father Ater, yes? The Father's always playing host to interesting individuals such as yourself. His quarters are on the second floor of the mission bunkhouse. Most of his days are spent inside working on his research. I don't understand a word of it. No, I knew that they were arguing, but I never imagined that it would lead to... It's enough to make a man question his faith. Goodbye. You can stay here as long as you like. Father Ater and his apprentice brother Wolf, they were inseparable, like a true father and son. It was a shared love of but since their work repairing the village well, they've been acting tense, even hostile. Just this morning I saw Ater fetching water. But now, Mitharu save us all. You're free to search the bunkhouse. Please, if you can shed any light on this tragedy, we'll do all we can to assist you. Farewell.
There's roof beams to cut. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work. Stay alert.
Oh, thank the gods we've... Safe journey.
You? You have my thanks. All of our thanks, not soon enough.
There's a mountain of tasks for us if we're to be well.
Stay back. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but you will not have the crystals. They are mine. Don't make me kill another. I had no choice. He was trying to destroy the crystals. He didn't understand that we'd been chosen, that the crystals wanted us to possess them. The strange woman was right. She knew the crystal's power. That's why she wanted them. But we told her nothing. When she left, Father dropped the crystals back into the well. But they sang to me, told me to kill him and rescue them. Their voices, so beautiful. Why would I want to do that? The Song of the Crystal is the only truth that has ever kept its promise of power. Mitharu? Never. Father Eter? No. The maid was right. The crystal gives the power to end the pain. And now, I choose to end yours. Get out of it. stay back. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but you will not have the crystals. They are mine. Don't... I had no choice. He was trying to destroy the crystals. He didn't understand that we've been chosen. That the crystals... The strange woman was right. She knew the crystals' power. That's why she wanted them. But when she left, Father dropped the crystals back into the well. But they sang to me, told me to kill him and rescue them. And who will hold me accountable? You? Get...
Leave it to Hallam the White and his pet to expose my plans. You will regret ever joining the House of Ballads. I am known as the Maid of Windermere, but that is all you shall learn this day. Wenson is with me, and he will stay with me until I deem it fit to return him. If the House of Ballads wishes to have its king, it must send... Since I have all of them, that leaves you. Come, I wish to collect you as well.
This is not just about the court anymore. You have roused the maid's interest, and it is clear she wishes to act. We must do as she commands, but we will be prudent in how we proceed. This ballad. So, Sagril, are you ready to make the preparations and depart? Now is the time. Then it is time. You are the last knight of the House of Ballads. You represent all that we've been through, all that we are. There is little you can do to prepare for the journey ahead. But take another resurrection potion like the one you used to save Ferrara. You may need it. This is all I can offer you. The rest of the story is yours. One can always find what is sought if the desire is strong enough. Venture northeast of the House of Ballads, and you will find your way. You are our last hope, Sagril.
Oh, my dear one. I worried you'd been taken with the others. What would I have done? Until next time. Looking forward to it.
Greetings, Sagril.
wise. Wiser than those other fools in the House of Ballads. It is their inability to see beyond them. This is my realm, and any who seek to cross it must first face my... The Wall of Thorns awaits. As it is in the telling, so it will be for you. Only a true knight of the House of Ballads may pass beyond the wall. And tell me, beloved, are your tales worth a minstrel's breath? Or are you just dust waiting?
Stop! Look who it is, Creth. Hallam the White has sent his right hand to tear at Our Lady's good name. You are interrupting a duel for the ages. There can only be one Windermere champion, and it shall be me. Of course, Creth has never been one to concede gracefully. Need our armor? Is this a jest? You will never impress the maid. She is only interested in true knight. Perhaps you can help us choose, Sigral. Creth and I were just fighting over who should be the maid's true champion. Unless you believe yourself worthy of such an honor, then by all means challenge one of us to a duel. The prize, your sought-after armor. Indeed, I must confess, this was the outcome I desired.
Cursed by maid's dread hand, when all were doomed to sleep, the lovely Bellmaid rescued all, despite her cause to weep. And why did Bellmaid cry, you ask? Her king Wenson was ill. The evil maid of Windermere had tried to break his will.
and crept through summer's end to break the sea.
Well, I grow more impressed with every head you lay before me. Well done. You rival even Sir Elswin in your foolish arrogance. You may have passed the Wall of Thorns, but the Weeping Gorge proposes its own unique challenges. It is what prevents my enemies from simply marching into my kingdom and feeding it to the flame. To raise the bridge, one must defeat its guardian, the legendary Sir Elswin. Oh, alas, Sir Elswin has been killed, as goes the story. This time I fear he's staying quite dead. Farewell.
I have you right where I... Wait! What's the meaning of this? Who are you? Oh! I see what happened. Blast! Perhaps next time. Really? I don't think so, just...
Enough, mortal. You presume too much. This song does not belong to you. There can only be one champion, and his name is Sacred. Perish and rot as a corpse in the sun. It's a bit... Goodbye.
are brave. No mortal has ever set foot in my domain. Isn't it wondrous? I've spent centuries whispering my wishes to the earth. Never before has there been one worthy of sharing it with me. Do you fancy yourself a ruler? Join me and my enchanted beasts in this, the autumn of my kind. And you mean it? That is why you so fascinate me. You continue to snarl, even in the face of your own demise. Admirable. Stupid, but admirable. Wenson waits for you in my castle, but only a fool would simply invite you in. And I am no fool. I have been part of this story for too long. This village is my legacy. How the world will remember me when all the courts have fallen. Below, my army prepared. You could lie beside me in the waning days. But if rescuing Wenson is what fate has written for you, then you will find...
Welcome. You're not at all what I expected. I am Sagril, Chancellor of Windermere. She said you were beautiful. Although I have noticed that you're just in time. Our little army is building up quite nicely. I was beginning to fear that we'd actually have to execute the lady's plans, ludicrous as they are. Of course you are. Forgive me. I often forget that my time with the House of Ballads is past. Now I am but a prisoner of them. You see, this place, it's calm. It is only an illusion. The maid uses her strange crystals to pacify the beasts. We must destroy the crystals to earn our freedom. But they are invisible to all but the maid. It is her song that calls them. The crystals are hidden around the village and forest of Summer's End. You cannot see them with the naked eye. They appear only when summoned by a musical You must hurry.
deepened in the dark. The creatures freed released from the spell became savage once more. The crystal posed a threat to Fae. Bell made hand to smash the ore.
Come in. Quite a display, my friend. It makes me proud to share a name. You made quick work of the maid's army. The lady herself, however, will prove more. Take this. It's the key to the village bell house. That bell rings with the same tone as the flute, only louder. So loud it can be heard. The toll will break the enchantment on the maid's castle. Then you will have your chance. Make the most of it, my friend. And now I am free. I do hope we meet again. I would like you to have this. It's a talisman. I have no need of it where I am going. I am grateful to you.
Welcome to my home, beloved. I hope it suits your fancy, for you will never leave it. Wenson is here, along with his court of enchantments. The great halls and corridors echoed. It is time to begin anew, for we write the final chapter of the House of Ballads. Everything you see, the castle and all that resides in it, could be you.
And to the dawn, and to the echoed dusk, I, the king of ancient ballads, scepter of this house, and the falcon of Detir, annihilator of Elkmar.
Sagril, you've come at last. It's time to cross swords with one worthy of your talents. You have come. Luckily, your death will provide her much pleasure. I honor the Emerald Lady with every head I lay at her feet. Yours.
At last you've come. The maid has made her sick fantasy a reality. We must escape this place. The telling has failed us, Sagril. Nothing is... If we must. But I fear I have no role in this song now. We are far beyond... The maid will be in the courtyard, where our ballad finds its end. Come, I will show you. Perhaps then I will find... The maid awaits.
Look at this, Olaine. The maid's old keep still has vermin lurking in its shadows. Tell me, Sagril, is there a reason we shouldn't... I know who I am. I am Bellmaid, servant of the Queen of...
Sagar, wait! Go no farther! I can't do this. I can't. You must understand. Every time I have faced the Maid of Windermere, we've both dangled by the strings. Now she is free of those bonds. I would not even know how to face her. Before, my victory was assured. I have never known failure. This story is yours now, my friend. Take the King's token. You are the only one left. I believe in you.
We meet in the flesh at last. It is a pity our relationship ends here. I was beginning to think we had a future, as creatures of common purpose. Perhaps, but you and I are the same. We challenge the past. The Tuatha have taught me that power only comes with the willingness to destroy, to begin anew and tell new stories. And in Prismeer, they have found the means to do so. I weep for what might have been. You and I, side by side, wielding the power of the crystal.
She's gone too far. Stop! Sagar, wait! Go no I believe in you.
We meet in the flesh at last. Perhaps. We meet in the flesh at last. Perhaps, but you and we meet in the flesh at last. Perhaps.
I beg you, please call me justice for what has been done to me all the facilities of death.
Like the terrestrial came, a crush.
I have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone,
Thank you.
You have returned. Vic, I know you had a chance to change our telling, to break the Maid and the House of Ballads from their natural course. You struck down the witch Magware and restored our legacy for now. But there were casualties. The Maid's death. As a result, you have ascended to your rightful place. You are now Queen of the House of Ballads.